pretty easy.
Kill him.
I just finished up a really good wood duck hunt this morning. We hunted a swamp. One of my buddies, Josh, with Farm and Forest Outdoors, invited us over and hunted over his swamp, and I think we killed like 12, and then only recovered 9. They're still looking for those other ones right now, though. I think we shot for about 6 minutes, and they were just coming in on top of us. And as we were leaving, some more flew in. You know how that goes. But Sunday, so we got to get to church, and it's definitely a good hunt. And I'm gonna leave his info down in the description, and leave a link there to his channel, so you can go check that out. So I am currently trying to clean these ducks before it starts raining, which is starting to drizzle now. Might be getting wet here in a minute. So I'm going to do this really quick. So I'm using the Gerber knife. It's the interchangeable blades. Randy Newberg actually built this knife, and it is awesome. It's got 3 blades, a little silencer to keep the blades from making noise in your bag. Awesome knife for pretty much anything skinning and cleaning. I definitely use it a lot, and this is my second, I guess, blade replacement kit or set. Love the knife. These birds were shot this morning. I got 9 of them that I'm going to clean really quick here. Normally I just breast them out. That's how I've always done it, and cook some kind of poppers or something like you'll see here later on in this video. But I'm going to show you kind of how I do it. I'm not sure how much I can show you of the actual cleaning process, but we'll talk about it and go through it, and then do it off camera, and then show you the final product. So you got the bird laid on its back, and a lot of times with the smaller bird, you can actually take and rip the skin apart like this, and do that all the way down, and then I'll go in and cut just the breast out, and then, you know, put it in a bucket, some water, let it set for a little while in the fridge, and then I will bag it individually, vacuum seal it, freeze it, or if I want to, you know, cook it soon, I'll just leave it in that water, put a little salt in there, maybe pour some Spry-It in there on it, and you know, that takes the, I guess, a little bit of the wild game and the toughness out of the bird. So now that I've cleaned them, I've put them in this bucket of water, and I'm gonna let them sit in the refrigerator, I guess, till probably tomorrow. As you can see, it's already sucking some of the blood out of the duck. A lot of times I'll put 7-Up or Spry-It or whatever kind of soda in there to get a little bit of the toughness out. It'll actually, the acidics, I guess, in the soda will tenderize it just a little. I don't have any of that, and I think we're just gonna do poppers or something like that with this. We always do poppers, grill them. That's gonna be the plan for these. So I know this video is gonna be right after a wood duck hunt that we did not too long ago, but we killed 9 birds, and I kept all 9 birds, so I put all those 9 wood ducks in the same bag. So I'm not gonna open all that for now because I don't need that much meat. So this bag right here is perfect for what we're gonna consume, so I don't want to cook too much and then not eat it. So we're gonna use Maine 11, 14, 20 for our wood duck video that we recently shot. So right now I'm trying to get the blood washed out of the bag. It's just the easier way to do that, except throwing all the duck in the sink. And then we'll wash them one by one, and then maybe try to trim them a little bit to make sure that all the fat is actually, or the skin and the fat is actually off of the meat. which makes them really tough if you don't trim that off. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut them up into slices that we're going to use for our poppers. And even too, I know like a lot of people don't keep this small meat like this, but you can actually take this and wrap it up inside of the jalapeno popper and run the shish kebab through this and still eat it, so you don't waste a lot of these smaller pieces like this. So if you cut them into smaller pieces, that's okay. They're a little more tender, and you can always add 2 pieces inside of your bacon when you wrap it with the jalapeno. So I've cut them into smaller pieces about this size, some a little bit smaller, which is fine, and you can just double them up. So I'm going to put them in the bowl like so, and then add my 7-Up. Usually use Sprite, but we had 7-Up here at the house, so that's what I'm using. So then I'm gonna take this bowl, put it in the refrigerator, and leave it for probably 12 to maybe 24 hours, depending on if I've already soaked the meat in water, beat the blood out of it previously, which these I don't think I did because I packaged these in Maine. And then I'm gonna soak the A1 in it for probably 2 to 3 hours. You don't need a whole 24 hours soak in that. I'm definitely going to add some stuff to the A1, which you'll see later.
Messy? Shake. Thank you. Thank you.
So, I'm here at Ingles during what we call down in the south a major snowstorm. So my plan is to get some of these jalapeno peppers and cook some duck poppers. Some of the wood ducks that we shot. Actually, no, it's going to be the sea duck from Maine is what we're going to make the poppers out of, and just cook some stuff. So I'm going to get those supplies now, and then we're going to go back and cook them up and show you how we do it and how I was shown from the guys in Arkansas how to do it. So that's what is going to happen now. So for the people that don't like hot stuff, you can use these green bell peppers, but I don't think they're as good. So as you can tell, the 7-Up has definitely took a lot of the blood out of the meat. So now I'm going to drain all that and then just kind of give it a wash. Okay, so now that I've finished washing, I'm going to put it in a bag and then add my A1, and I'm going to add some Dale's and then whatever spices that you prefer. I am not sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do some brown sugar bourbon. So I'm going to be using Jim Quisenberry's Steak Beautiful All Natural Hickory seasoning. Jim Quisenberry, his 2 sons actually do it now, and I have duck hunted with both of them actually, but Lee is the first guy I ever went out there and duck hunted with. He's the reason why I go to Arkansas. He's the reason why I've been out there, I don't know, 40, 50 times. So go check it out. He definitely has a website, a Facebook page, and they can ship it to wherever but they do sell it in Arkansas in some of the grocery stores around there. And so now that that is done, we're going to put it back in the fridge for a little while longer. We were hoping to eat this tonight, but after looking at this is going to be really good. I'm going to let it marinate probably till tomorrow, just because it's going to be so good. Alright, so now we're going to start cutting the jalapenos up. And then, wow, these are really big jalapenos. But sometimes it's better to get the bigger ones, and then we'll take the seeds out of the center, put some cream cheese in it, wrap it in bacon, put it on a shish kebab, and then put it on the grill. So right now we're just going to go ahead and prep for tomorrow, because Buddy's is coming over tomorrow. We're going to have the mule deer steaks and the duck that we have prepared. So the next step would be to cut your bacon, because these are going to be a little bit smaller pieces of duck. So you want to wrap it once. You can wrap it more than once, but just find this easier when you're using toothpicks instead of the shish kebabs like we were kind of planning to. But instead we're going to use toothpicks and then lay the cream cheese, pack the cream cheese inside of the jalapeno to really just take it. And I don't really like using the whip, but that's what we have today, and so that's what we're going to use. And so you just put the cream cheese kind of inside the jalapeno, like so, and then lay that on the bacon, and then grab your piece of duck, it's been marinating, it smells really good. Plop that there, and then just roll it up kind of tight and put one right through the middle. And if it looks like that's going to hold it, then that's kind of all I put. But if it looks like it's going to start falling, I will use another one and kind of go in at an angle and try to hit the jalapeno. And that'll kind of help hold it into place.
We had a few extra pieces left over. We ran out of bacon, and so I just threw some breadcrumbs in the cream cheese bowl that we are using, and I'm gonna soak them in breadcrumbs and then throw them in the air fryer and see what happens. We've never done this before, so it's a completely new experiment.
What do you think, Jess?
Okay, we put it in the air fryer for about 8 minutes on 370 degrees, and it tastes like a chicken nugget. Really good.
So this is what the product looks like before it's been cooked. We have some in bacon. We have some with jalapeno, which has the double toothpicks in them. The single only has the jalapeno with no seed inside, which makes it a lot less hot. If you don't know anything about jalapenos, the seed is the hot part. And then we have some that have no bacon, no jalapeno. Just cook them straight up and see how they taste. So if you're still watching at this point in the video, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The duck poppers were so good that I completely forgot to film an outro for the wood duck hunt video. Catch, Clean, and Cook. Everything was super good, and we had a great time cooking, eating, and just hanging out with friends. So don't forget to go like and subscribe, and on to the next video.